Hello everyone, welcome back again to this channel. In today's video, I'll be demonstrating how to quickly set up an SSH server running in Windows PowerShell. SSH, also known as a secure shell, is a protocol that lets you connect securely to a remote computer and manage them securely. Okay, in modern Windows system like Windows 10 and 11, it includes a built-in OpenSSH tools, meaning we no longer need external or extra software like PuTTY, so which make it easier to easily set up in Windows PowerShell. Alright, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are getting value from the content. Alright, let's begin. Okay guys, let's quickly open the Windows PowerShell session. In this case, the first task is to actually check if SSH is installed. So to do that, we are going to use the get Windows capability command. Alright, so get Windows. You can also auto-complete it. Alright, then this is actually the command to check if SSH is installed or OpenSSH. So the name is like I think we don't get any result. Alright, so we can quickly install the OpenSSH server and client. So to do that, I will use the add Windows capability to complete it. Then we need the name should be OpenSSH client. It is running, and hopefully we download successfully. This is going to take a while to complete. So let's be patient and wait. Alright, let's download the server as well. Okay, I think the download is over. So the next step would be to start it. So let's start the service. The name is SSHD or SSH daemon. Alright, we are going to see if it is running. So let's use the get service command, SSH daemon. As you can see, it is currently running. The status running, the name is SSHD. And the display name is OpenSSH server. Good. Right now, the next command we are going to set SSH so that it can start or boot automatically. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Set service. The name is, as we see here, is SSHD. Then the startup time, we are going to make it to automatic. In this case, automatic. Good. Now we are going to set a firewall policy to allow SSH through. Okay, so to do that, let's use the PowerShell net firewall rule. I think new, if I can type that correctly. Okay, so the name would be SSHD. Okay, the SSHD. Then the display name, as we can see here, is OpenSSH server, and the protocol, this is TCP, and the local port, in this case, we are going to be using the default port 22 for SSH local port. Then the action is allowed. It's going to be allowed. All right, we have successfully set a new firewall rule for this SSH service. Cool. The next step would be to test it if it's working. So I'm going to SSH to my Kali box to see if it's working. So let me quickly do that. So the user is Kun at my Kali address. I hope that is correct. Yes, we are going to accept the fingerprint. Then the password for the Kali address. Alright, as you can see, we are currently on my Kali box. So let's see, who am I? Alright. Okay, as you can see, we are currently in Linux. Good. We have successfully configured SSH, but let's try and harden this server a little bit and make it a little bit secure. We are going to disable the password authentication and also deny some users like the administrator users or the admin groups. All right. So that is going to be our next step. So I'm going to exit this session. This SSH session. Okay, before we disable password authentication or deny the admin login access, so the first step is we are going to generate a key that we are going to transfer to the host, our trusted host, in this case our Kali Linux. All right, So before we disable the password authentication, let us quickly generate a key or SSH key pair. So to do that, we are going to be using the SSH key generation. All right, so let's use the SSH key gen. Let's auto complete it. Okay, yeah, we are going to generate it. We can either enter a file in which or a part that the SSH key is going to be stored in, but in this case I'm going to leave it in the default part. So I'm going to hit enter. It is asking for a passphrase. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to leave it as empty. Again, empty. All right, it has successfully generated an SSH key pair for us. So let's list the content. As you can see, we do have the directory.ssh. So let's .ss. As you can see, we have the private key and the public. There are multiple ways to actually achieve this or copy it to the trusted host. But in my case, I will be copying it using the git bash because it is the most straightforward way from Windows. So I'm going to be opening the git bash. So, all right, let me zoom it out a little bit. All right, I will use the SSH copy ID. Then the user, in this case, is going to be the Cone user. That is the Kali host. So then we need to provide the Kali password. So fully added the key to our Kali box. Our next login, where the SSH is not going to ask for password since we have transferred the key. All right, so the next step is to go to PowerShell and disable password authentication and deny some users. Okay, right now we are going to open the SSH configuration tab. So to do that, I will be opening it with Notepad so that we can be able to edit the configuration. So okay, we open it with Notepad. So and the path I think is under C, program data. The SSH. Right, this is the configuration file for the SSH daemon. In this place, you have the possibility to edit it as you want, or even add some things that are not listed here. If you want to edit any of the things, all you have to do is to uncomment it. All right, so in this case, what you are going to be doing is disable password authentication, deny administrators, group, and users. So in this case, let's start with disabling password authentication. So to do that, I will say password authentication. We're going to say no, and I'm also going to deny, in this case, the administrator user, and we are going to also deny the group administrator. So anybody that is, no, in this case, let's just deny only the administrators. Okay, good. And I'm also going to allow public key authentication, and the following command would be pub, then key authentication, in this case yes. Of course, you can also allow users if you want, but in this case, that should be enough. There are a lot of configuration that you can, mass authentication, try, let me comment it, 6 is fine. And we are going to save the configuration file, save. Then we are going to exit it. Then I will restart the SSH service. Now, start service. SSH demo. Good. Now let's try and authenticate to the Kali box without using the password. So to do that, I'm going to say SSH. Then we are going to provide the private key. Sorry. So it is under the .ssh directory. No, SSH, okay. Then we are going to provide it with the key and the host. I'll give it the IP address. As you can see, we are able to authenticate successfully to the Kali box without providing our password. As you can see in this video, we are able to make the SSH server to work. And a quick troubleshooting tips for you: make sure the SSH service is running, and make sure the host is reachable, and you are and the firewall rule or policy is not blocking your connection. And yeah, feel free to try this out in your lab environment, play with it. Hopefully it works. All right, that was it for today. Thank you and have a great day. See you next time.